Hello, my beautiful hopefuls. Welcome back to my second channel. I don't know about you, but I have been in a very crafty mood lately. So today I want to try some of the most aesthetic summer crafts that have been popping up on my For You page with you. Also, the weather's been really gloomy and I have an ear infection, so I need some happy cute crafts to cheer myself up. We're gonna be trying everything from like a cute DIY swimsuit moment to affordable art products that look pretty cool. And if you end up trying any of these DIYs yourself, please tag me. I love seeing your guys' projects. Okay, let's see if these crafts are vacation ready or if they are gonna be dead in the water. Starting with this adorable bikini craft. So they're putting these cute little decals, little flowers and stuff on the swimsuit and then stringing little seashells onto the string part. Unfortunately, they don't show the final result in this video. And also I am not at North Shore, Hawaii, so I can't go to this actual place, but I do have a bikini, some heat transfer paper, and a dream. I think we can figure this out by ourselves. I really believe. Okay, this swimsuit was from Hollister. I love the colors. I love the sparkle. So I think with some decals and shells, it's gonna be extra cute. It even comes with one little charm. So they saw the vision before we even got started here. Transfer paper was like $12 for this whole pack on Amazon. And then you can get like a cute seashell bead kit for like $10. If this works, it's like the perfect summer girls' night craft. This paper is really great because you can print any image you want and then you just print it out and then you cut it out and then you iron it onto your shirt. So I'm gonna go with some cute little hopeful butterflies. Oh my gosh, that's so fun. I would imagine that's what this shop in Hawaii is doing because I tried to find some actual like pre-made iron-on decals and they're either really ugly or they were like full-on patches. So that looks so good. I have one little bump that I don't know how to get rid of, but other than that, I'm gonna add this other little baby butterfly. BRB doing this to all of my clothes. Are you kidding me? I love that. Okay, step 2 is our shells. Okay, we kind of have two options for this one. You can either go charm bracelet style or you can like full on sew the beads and shells onto the swimsuit. Or you could do both, because both would be cute. Okay, I'm going for like a gold and cream vibe. And I think my plan is to do like 7 little charms here in the middle and then actually sew a few little beads and charms to the bottom here. This is gonna be a hard one because I'm never gonna wanna stop. Once I start this, I'm just gonna wanna cover the whole bikini in beads. Let's see how it turns out though. So this could either be 10-minute craft if you just wanted to do like the decals and add one little cute charm in the middle, or it could be hours and hours and days and days. It's kind of up to you, I guess. Okay, I have all of the center charms on and then one half of the bottom, which took about 30 minutes and I think it turned out so cute. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, I'm gonna do the other half of the swimsuit off camera and show you the final result, but I am loving this. The key, like I said, is gonna be to just stop after the other side because I'm gonna wanna like cover the whole swimsuit in it. I've always wanted to get into like the beaded embroidery, but it seems really intimidating and this has been a good intro to it. The back of the swimsuit, the inside is nobody's business, but the outside is looking good. Okay, here is the final swimsuit. It only took about an hour, which really surprised me. I thought it would take multiple hours. So perfect little summer activity. Great way to take a $30 swimsuit and make it look like you spent $100 on it. Is really fun. Possibly the most vacation ready project of the whole video. Tell me this is not the most satisfying thing you've ever seen, the way that it so cleanly disappears. And I was kind of confused at what I was seeing at first because then they just look like regular pens. But then the video shows that there's an eraser on the back of it, which I have tried erasable pens in my day and they never work this well. Like there's always a little bit of color left or like the indentation of the words left. But I'm gonna try these ones and I even got this fancy little heat tool to try to get that same effect because I want my satisfying moment. Like, can I draw an entire like landscape picture and then just erase it and start over? I'm hoping it's not too good to be true. 24 colors, they're cute. Okay, we'll start with a simple word. Lip. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen that. That's kind of brilliant. Okay. Not bad. There's definitely like a little bit of an indent on the paper, so I need to write with a lighter hand, but let's try the heat tool. Oh my gosh, it actually works. That was so cool. Okay, let's try something a little more intense now. Okay, here's my whole little drawing. Now time to see if our heat thing will just erase the whole thing. And I'll never have to buy multiple pieces of paper ever again. Here we go. Whoa. it's actually gone. There are some marks on the paper still where like I pushed hard, but that is so fun. So another fun fact that we learned just reading the comments with these erasable pens is don't write or sign anything important with these and then leave them in your hot car because you might come back to an empty piece of paper. It's actually happened to some people. I'm literally imagining like a student putting their like notes for the test on a note card and they put it in their car and then they go to take the test. You'd feel like you were getting pranked. That would be crazy. I'd say they're vacation ready, kind of more back to school ready. Okay, this next one is the coolest thing I've seen in a long time and I'm hoping that it's as easy as they make it look because what do you mean you can tattoo a mirror? I agree with Faith. I didn't know this was an option. I'm gonna be over here customizing every mirror in my house after this. So the way that they do this is it's literally like a temporary tattoo situation that you transfer whatever design you want onto the mirror and then you just follow the lines with a little Dremel tool and boom. It's so beautiful and the options are endless with ways that you could customize this. You could put people's names on them. You could put your pets, your family, write little like notes. This is so cool. I fear if this goes well, I'm just gonna add this to my hobby list and I do not have time for more hobbies, but here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna pick my designs. Obviously, I think the butterfly would be cute, or if we had a bunch of these butterflies in different sizes. All right, we have our stencils. Obviously, you could do this on any type of mirror, any size of mirror. I'm gonna do it on a little one to start, and if I love this craft, maybe I'll do it on some bigger ones, but here's our mirror. Let me cut out my little designs and figure out where I want to place them. And kind of similar to a temporary tattoo on your skin, I'm gonna place these where I want them, dab them with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, and then when we peel them off, we should have a nice little stencil to follow with our tool. Also, if you're wondering what you're looking at in the mirror, it's my camera. This is fun. Now we're gonna take our cute little tool and engrave it out. That looks crazy. Three butterflies down, one to go. I'm getting faster. The second big one definitely took me the longest and now I'm kind of getting it down. Also, had no idea how much wrist and finger muscle tattooing takes. It's pretty intense. I can't wait to see it once like all the dust is wiped off. I fear the bottom butterfly was not my best work because I accidentally put the tattoo stencil on upside down. So I basically had to freehand that last one, but hopefully it turns out. Okay, the final reveal. That's so cool. Wow. After 15 minutes, here's the final mirror. I love this. Obviously, you could go so much more intricate even than this. Like I said, such a cute gift idea. For a small business to start, put people's logos on mirrors. It's cool. Summer vacation ready for sure. I also feel like it's a good craft that you don't necessarily have to be super artistic. A steady hand does help with that one for sure though. Do you ever feel like unpredictable income causes stress even when you're good with money? If so, you're not alone. Summer is here and so are all of the expenses that come along with it. The fun stuff, like trips to see family, maybe your kid is starting a new sport, and the not so fun stuff, like the flat tire in the middle of a road trip. Nobody talks about how expensive tires are, or a broken arm from a trampoline incident. Life happens, and Cash App, today's sponsor, has your back. Cash App is a financial service platform that lets you easily send, receive, and manage money right from your mobile device. With Cash App, you can borrow up to $500 when you qualify, so if something comes up or timing doesn't align, which we all know can happen, you can get access to cash instantly. And what makes it different are the flexible repayment options and no impact on your credit score. It really is a great timing tool for when you need to bridge a gap right now and keep moving. Like Leo had a dental visit that ended up being way more than expected. And of course, stuff like that always happens at the worst possible times. And the bills, unfortunately, don't care about a paycheck schedule. But it's such a relief knowing that there's options with Cash App. New Cash App customers over 18 years old can earn $10 if they use code CASH10 in their profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within 14 days. Terms apply. Thank you so much, Cash App, for sponsoring during today's video, I'm gonna turn it back over to Hope with slightly pinker hair. Speaking of crafts where you don't necessarily have to be artistic, I feel like this next one is also that. It's these adorable mermaid paint palettes. I've been seeing these all over my Pinterest feed and TikTok, and today we're gonna try it. No more boring plastic paint palettes for me. If you're impatient, this might not be the craft for you though, because the base is made out of clay, and I'm using air dry clay. I'm sure you could use regular clay, but I personally have zero experience with clay that you have to like bake, because I don't know if it'll shrink, I don't know if it'll break, I don't know if it'll change colors. So we're going with air dry clay today. I also got some of the iridescent paint that she had in this video to kind of cover the whole thing with, so it really looks like mermaid vibes. Okay, here are the shells that I have. So I need to make sure that my palette is big enough to fit probably like 6 shells. Yeah, I think I'm gonna like set the shells that I want out, like draw the size of the palette I want, and then go in with the clay to form it. That's my plan. Okay, here is my palette design. And then I think I'm also gonna add some little like pearl beads to fill it in as well. Dry time is approximately 2 to 3 days. So make sure you don't have an important art project in the next few days after you make your palette. An actual paint palette is pretty thin. I saw somebody in the comments had the idea to put sand on the clay in between the shells. That would look so cute. I don't really know how to do that without it making a mess though. I have to like seal the sand somehow. But the vision for this is kind of like wet sand. Also means it doesn't have to look perfect. All right, I've got my shape. It's looking like some ugly pizza dough, so I'm gonna wet it and shape it a little bit to make it smooth and pretty, and then I'll add my shells. Back to the topic of crafts that don't require artistic ability. I have always been so fascinated with pottery, and as somebody that can paint and draw, it just doesn't translate to pottery for some reason for me, and sculpture. But this is one that anybody could do, I think. I also feel like the one that I'm making is quite big. You could definitely do this on a smaller scale. But like, I actually want to use this for my painting stuff, and I usually need a lot of space on my palette for my projects. Oh my gosh, it literally looks like shells washed up on a wet sandy beach. This is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna go in and add my little pearls and then our sparkles. I'm curious if my shells, when it dries, are gonna like harden into the palette, or if I'm gonna have to glue them down eventually. We'll see, I guess. I got 5 pounds of air dry clay. I used maybe about half of it, but like I said, you could make them way smaller. This one's huge. But you could probably make 4 like smaller ones with 1 5-pound bucket. Okay, it's all done. And surprisingly, it only took a little over 30 minutes, which really surprised me. I thought it would take longer for some reason, but now we just wait for it to dry. It looks so good with the pearls and the glitter. I'm not gonna lie, I think this is my favorite craft of the video so far. It's gonna be tough to beat this one. Okay, it's been a few days. It's completely dry, and look at it. It's so good. The clay dried a darker color than I thought it would, but I kind of like it because it still has that like wet sand look to it. I am gonna add a little bit more glitter glue to it. Honestly, this turned out even better than expected. This might be the most summer vacation ready craft of them all. I can't wait to actually use it. I just realized the glitter I'm putting in the shells might get all over everything I paint, but hey, a little extra glitter never hurt anybody. For our next summer craft, we're making Shrinky Dinks. I don't know about you, but I haven't heard that name in years. And if you don't remember these, they peaked in like the 80s and the 90s. It was kind of like an easy bake oven looking thing, and you would paint this piece of plastic, put it in the little Shrinky Dink oven, and then it would come out tiny. You could buy the oven, or you could actually just put it in the actual oven for a bit and kind of get the same effect. But they were perfect for like keychains, necklaces, and they're kind of making a comeback a little bit. Okay, but this in particular I think is so clever. They're making a Shrinky Dink, but then they basically like form it into a ring. They shrink it, and then as the plastic's still a little bit warm, they take a wooden dowel and shape it. I really hope I can pull this off because it's so cute. Worst case scenario, we end up with a cute keychain. Here's our little kit. So obviously this one doesn't come with a machine. You just color it, bake it for 1 minute, and boom, you have these cute little designs. Suitable for all skill levels. Great. Here are the designs we can choose from. I feel like a flower or like a leaf that wraps around could be cool. Wait, what if we did a bracelet? Shrinks up to 50%. Okay, so I gotta keep that in mind, that it could turn out to be half the size. So if that's the case, a leaf could end up being perfect. A butterfly. The leaf is our safe bet. This is our riskier one, but it could be really cool if it works. Okay, out the butterfly so it's a little smaller. 15 minutes later, I have my designs. It might have been a little bit faster, but my green marker was dying, so it took forever, but no, we shrink them. In the video, this person is using a heat gun, and that's what I'm gonna attempt to do too, because I think if I put it in the oven, it's just gonna be hard to take it out at the perfect time so that it's still warm enough to mold into a ring. They basically like shrink it all the way down and then start wrapping. I feel like the video's sped up, right?
It has to be.
Hopefully it's not that fast. Does it need to be turned up? Why is it not doing anything? Oh, there we go, it's going. I think it's gonna work, guys. Oh my goodness, we have a leaf ring. Yay! Okay, let's try the butterfly while that cools a little bit. Okay, the trick is to get the heat kind of under it. Okay, so she's really little. That one's way tinier than I thought it would be. You know, if we gave her like a base ring to sit on, she could still be a ring. Okay, here's our rings. This took 20 minutes. I don't know, I personally think that they're cuter as a keychain than a ring, but it did work. I'm gonna say the ring idea is dead in the water, but a fun activity to make a summer keychain still, for sure. Okay, this one's not specific to summer necessarily. It's good for any time that you have some like time to pass. You may have seen paint by numbers. You may have seen diamond art. This is button artwork. So it's kind of like a mix of those two things and a puzzle. And then you get this cute like 3D design. It looks like it comes with a bunch of different sizes and colors of buttons. There's several different designs that you can get, but of course I loved this butterfly one. 50 bucks. It was kind of expensive. Also, I could not find any information anywhere about how long this would take. It doesn't even really say how many pieces. So today is the day I'm gonna let you know. Is this gonna take 20 minutes? Is it gonna take 4 hours? I genuinely don't know. Oh, it's like a little smaller than I thought it would be. It's kind of what I expected, that it looks like a Lego kit with each bag being numbered. It even comes with a popper offer if you mess up. Wow, it comes with a frame too. Great. All right, no instructions, just match the number and color to the button, I guess. So do I just start wherever? Maybe inside out will be the easiest. Here we go, timer starts now. I already tell this is not gonna be a long nail friendly activity. I'm confused why some buttons have holes and some don't. We're already off to kind of a weird start because there's 3 shades of blue buttons, but it kind of only looks like 2 shades of blue on the actual butterfly, so. Oh, yeah, 9 and 2. Why do 9 and 2 look the same? Okay, so go off the numbers, not the colors. The colors are confusing. Okay, I'm gonna do the first layer, and then there's not really instructions for how to layer them on top of each other to really get that 3D look, so I'm gonna do that at the very end with my leftover buttons. Last color for the base of our butterfly. I'm really glad I went inside out because trying to fit buttons in between other buttons is a little tricky. Okay, so I ran out of black buttons, which is weird because I have so much extra of everything else. So I guess I'll just fill in some of the top of the wing with purple. All right, that's as good as the tips of the wings are getting. What's our time? Okay, it's been a little over 15 minutes and now I just have to go in and kind of layer everything on top. Oh, I messed up. Okay, after 20 minutes, it's done. It's pretty cute. Cons. How did I run out of black? Why did they not send us with enough black? That's very confusing. Other con is $50. There's a lot of cute crafts you can do for $50, and it was done in 20 minutes. Like, I would expect my $50 to like go a little further, you know? I don't like that the body of the butterfly is not buttons. That was a weird choice. Pros, I had a good time. It's nearly impossible to mess it up, so you can fully just mindlessly do this while you watch a show or something. Let's see how it looks in the frame. This is, it's the type of thing that's like, wait for the hype to die down and buy it when it's like 75% off. And then it's not a bad time. I wouldn't say it's vacation ready or dead in the water. It's just kind of in between for me. Ta-da! I don't know what to do about the plastic, but she's cute. You look good on my little trinket shelf behind me. This next one is probably the easiest craft of the entire video, and I think you've already heard me talk about it at least twice on my channels, but I'm finally doing it. It's our mini duck soap. I mean, it doesn't have to be ducks, it could be any like mini trinkety thing. All you need is a nice soap, or not, or you can just put it in the one that it comes in from the store, the plastic one. Clear soap bottle, clear-ish soap, doesn't have to be completely clear color. I actually think this one's pretty. It's kind of like a lavendery color. Ducks first or soap first? All right, so I have these little guys from this channel. I did those mini blind bag unboxings and they were in it. And then also from my main channel, I did that bath bomb video and these little animals were in it. So I'm gonna sprinkle a few of these in. I want like the pastel-y ones. Like this fish thing is cute. I don't know how many to put in. How many is too many? Okay, I better stop there. Is the bottle purple or is the soap purple? We're about to find out. Oh, I think the bottle's purple. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna add some soap and then add some animals and just alternate until it's full. Yay, everybody's fitting so far. I spoke too soon. Not my dinosaur. He's like the cutest one. This feels very 90s for some reason. Was this a thing in the 90s? Maybe I'm thinking of the candles that are like clear and have little like scenes in them. I fear my animals are sinking to the bottom, but if we mix them up at the end, some of them will float to the top. Not my elephant, is he too big? Yeah, they're all just kind of hanging out on the bottom for some reason. I don't really know what to do about that. But it's fun. This was a great little 2-minute DIY. Now your soap is so much happier than it was 5 minutes ago. Maybe my animals are heavier than the person in the videos was. Whatever, I'm still gonna say it's summer vacation ready. We are throwing it back a little bit to scrape art. If you've been watching my channels for a while, you know I've attempted this a couple times where you just blob some paint on, scrape it off, and it's supposed to have like a cool design underneath, and it has never gone very well for me. However, now I have this. TikTok shop literally has a kit for scrape art. Oh my gosh, the cats. Okay, so here's how it's supposed to work. This first one's a little bit misleading because there's an actual like printed design at the top, which makes it look more cool and intricate than it actually is. But everything below that is legit. And I think most of these other pages that don't have as much of a design printed on are pretty legit. This is gonna set me up for success because it shows you exactly where to put the paint. You don't have to guess. So the design should turn out pretty good. Are they little postcards? That's actually really cute. There's not like an age other than suitable for students under 14 years old, including 14 years old. What if we're double that? Is that okay? All right, comes with, this must be the paint in little tubes. That's pretty brilliant. Oh, some markers if we want to make some faces and stuff. Scraper, 3-step tutorial. Oh my gosh, and little stickers. Oh, they are postcards. That's fun, actually. I want to mail them to you guys. What is this? Just some bonus little things to stick on. I'm gonna have a good time with this. I already know it. All right. Ooh, there's the one in the video of the buildings. The problem is it doesn't really show you what it's gonna be. Oh my gosh, that one's cute. Little party hats. Okay, the clouds, that one's obvious. Oh my gosh, the dress. Happy birthday. No, I'm actually gonna do all these and like put them in your whatnot orders or something. Oh, I think that's gotta be the cats, but then you draw the face on. Oh my gosh, the little girl with the dress. Ugh, these are so fun. I wanna do all of them. Okay, so it doesn't tell you which colors to use. So I guess that's up to us. And we just follow the lines. I'm so nervous I'm gonna mess this up somehow still. I'll do a dress and the cats and the clouds for now. Ooh, I like how fine the tip is. That is very helpful. Oh, there is a little stopper. Okay, it's hard to see it. Gosh, you need a steadier hand for this than tattooing the mirror. All right, a little bit of white and then it's time. Hopefully our satisfying scrape. Oh, that's not bad. If anything, I feel like I could have used even less paint. Not bad, right? Oh, that one's fun. The orange overpowered my other cats just a little bit, but that's okay. That's my favorite one so far. Is it a family of cats? Okay, I'm gonna do this last dress one. These are so cute. Would I personally ever do it again? Maybe not, but what it would be perfect for are any moms if you need like a fun summer activity. You wanna keep your kids off the screen, this is a good one. And then send them as a postcard to like relatives and stuff. It's pretty cute. Oh, one other problem. I am probably like halfway out of paint, so I could maybe do a few more. You definitely can't do all of them with this amount of paint, so you'd have to refill them somehow. I'm gonna say summer worthy though. Wait, I didn't add any of my little extras on. Summer vacation ready. I need to add some of my little extras on though. Okay, now they're done. Yay, who wants to be my pen pal? The cat one's fun. This next one is completely different. We are going to preserve some flowers. There's a bunch of different ways to do this. I've never attempted any of them, but this technique looks really easy and has me very curious. I love flowers, but when they're gifted to me, I just always wish that they would stay alive longer, and this might be the solution to that. These are wax dipped flowers, and the tutorial looks really simple. I've seen people use a variety of different wax waxes, soy wax, beeswax. You just dip the flour in, kind of like let the excess run off, and then you set them aside to dry, and boom. Supposedly these will last like weeks, if not longer. I'm gonna attempt one with you, and then I'm gonna show you some that have been sitting out for a week, and we're gonna try to troubleshoot because it didn't go perfect. All right, I've got my heated up wax. Based on the tutorials, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like. Okay, all of the tutorials that I've seen, they're not really doing the stem and the leaves. A lot of people will cut them really, really short. I'm gonna get rid of these. This step is experimental. You'll see why. All right, beautiful. Now I'm gonna dip my flour in, swirl it around a bit so all of the petals get coated. And most of the videos that I've seen aren't like super in depth, but it kind of looks like they're just dipping them once to get just like a really thin layer of the wax. And just let it kind of drip dry. You see the vision though, right? I'm kind of confused on the drying process because a lot of people just literally set them down on like some wax paper or something, but that makes me feel like all of the wax is gonna like accumulate in one spot. I don't really know. I might try to hang this one and see how it does. I think I'm gonna let it dry like that and see what happens. It looks good now. Like if it would just dry exactly like that, we'd be in business. It would be stunning, it would be beautiful. Also, fun fact, this was actually a popular form of art back in the Victorian times, and it's just kind of like a lost art, I think. I've never really seen preserved flowers. If we get really good at it, we could do a whole bouquet. I think this one's gonna work. Okay, we're gonna let that one dry, see how it turns out. But let me show you some that were done a week ago. I made some adjustments to the process because these ones are just a little too waxy. See, that's why I cut off these green parts so that the wax wouldn't stick to the bottom here. There is one or two that turned out pretty good. Like this one's not bad. I don't know, you guys, let me know if you've ever tried this and how it turned out for you. There is actually like a full-on flour drying silica gel art thing that you can buy in a packet like this. And I know people have had luck with that and getting them to look like really crystal clear and beautiful. I think this one's gonna turn out good though. I'll insert footage of it in a couple hours. Okay, flowers round 2 update after a few days. They look decent. Not bad. Still a little bit chunky waxy in places. And are they gonna last weeks, months, years? Probably not, because I feel like you need to like seal off the base somehow. So I'm gonna say maybe this technique is dead in the water, but that's not to say a different type of wax or a totally different method would work beautifully. I would say most of these are a win. There's only a couple that I would probably not try again. But they're fun. Shout out to all of the hopefuls wearing the new HPFL.store merch. Don't forget to download Cash App and earn your $10 today by scanning this QR code that's on the screen. I think that you would really like this video next that's on the screen, and I will see you over there.